Hey, what's up, fam? Thank y'all for tuning in once again. As always, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And when you do subscribe, hit that notification bell so every time I drop a video, you will be the first to know about it. I want y'all to see how sick and delusional a lot of these black Democratic followers, voters are. Case in point, a few days ago, I know y'all heard this story that Joe Biden messed up one of the greatest rappers of all times name at a Congressional Black Caucus event. Now, let's just go ahead and say what's going on. It's election time. Uh, Biden knows he needs the black vote to guarantee a win in this next presidential election. He know he's doing bad in the polls, so he goes to his go-to people, the Democratic Shields, the Congressional Black Caucus, which is supposed to be a non-bipartisan, is that how you say it, group who is just about politics and doesn't supposed to sway one way or another. But for some reason, everything they do and talk about is Democrats, no matter how bad they do and how little they do for us, right? So what do? You go to the Congressional Black Caucus event and you talk about hip hop artists because it is the 50 years of hip hop. And you know, that's where a lot of us, especially around my age, you know, that's what we like to listen to. Give or take 20 years, you know? So they playing right into the hands of, you know, of this presidential candidate or the current president, playing right into his hands. Next thing you know, probably next week he'll be at somebody's church for the next few Sundays, you know, trying to gain support or whatever, have all these pastors trying to give support. But anyway, let's get into the story, man. It's from the Atlanta Black Star. And here's why I say that our people are delusional. The title says, quote unquote, is he okay? LL Cool J fans are concerned after President Joe Biden butchers the rapper's name on stage, calls him boy at the Congressional Black Conference Phoenix Award. Now, I'm an LL fan. Matter of fact, recently, as the last few weeks, I've been looking for vinyl for Radio and I'm Bad, those records. I'm a vinyl collector. Look for, you know, great music, rare music, whatever. But anyway, so yeah, I've been listening to LL since, like I said, radio days. So I'm a fan, but I'm not concerned. Not with Joe Biden's health. I could care less because I know he's old and his mind is gone. It's just simple as that. Don't understand why they still trying to put this man in office, why they can't find somebody else. But hey, it is what it is. So let's get into the story. President Joe Biden has people concerned after his speech honoring hip hop luminary LL Cool J at a Congressional Black Caucus Foundation event on September 23rd hit a few eyebrow raising snags. Biden was on hand in Washington's Walter E. Washington Convention Center for the Phoenix Awards dinner that wrapped up the CBC's 52nd annual legislative conference, where he recognized the Queen's rapper MC Lyte and MC Lyte. Quote, two of the great artists of our time representing the groundbreaking legacy of hip hop in America, LLJ, Cool J, end quote, said Biden as he stumbled through the blunder. The audience laughed as he continued. On that quote, I'm just going to play the devil's advocate and say, I believe that blunder of saying his name messed up was probably done on purpose, probably written like that on the cue cards. Why would they do that? Because Biden is old and trying to play, you know, saying play on the whole, he's an old guy, mind's gone, not really understanding, you know, not really a fan, not really understand the hip hop, the rap group, you know, his generation don't listen to that. So, you know, you remember what was that movie, House Party, when John Witherspoon's character Pops was like, you know, Public Enemy when he was calling police because the house party music was too loud. I think it's just a play like that. But he could have maybe, I mean, it's possible he could have blundered it on, for real. But I just think it might have been just something to get some laughs. That's all. So the audience laughed as he continued. By the way, that boy I think that man has got biceps bigger than my thighs. Those in attendance may have found humor in his gas, but others renewed interest in his mental fitness. This man is senile, wrote one person in social media. Another user asked, is he okay? A third person commented, he's old as SH and he sees everyone as a kid, LMAO. Biden will celebrate his 80th birthday on November 20th. He made U.S. history as the oldest elected president at age 77. Again, why do we want this man to be president again? He's old as dirt in years. But let's go back to these delusional comments that were made. This man is senile. Yes, we know that. But that's not why he used the word boy. Is he okay? No, he's not okay. He's senile. But that's not why he used the word boy. He's old as SH. He sees everyone as a kid, LMAO. No, he doesn't see everyone as a kid. He doesn't see anyone as a kid. That's not why he used the word boy. He used the word boy because he grew up in the time. The man was born in 42, 40. Let me look it up right quick. I have it up. Shoot, why am I playing with y'all? He was born November 20th, 1942. Yeah, same year as the video game back on Nintendo. But anyway, Civil Rights Act was in the 60s, 68. So he grew up doing racism and Jim Crow. So the word boy, I guarantee, was used many times by older generations, probably his father, his mother, most likely, mainly dudes say that. Old white men say that when describing black people, black men, like being on a plantation or slave auction block. That boy, got them big biceps. Look at this big buck. You know what I'm saying? That boy can run that ball. I'm sure he heard that many a time. I'm sure my parents and people older than that heard that many a time at football games, on Friday nights. Yeah, boy, that boy can know how to run that ball. That boy can throw that ball. That boy know how to shoot that ball. Boy, that boy know how to fix a car. That boy know how to fix this. That boy know how to plant a garden. That's the way they talk in reference to our people. So it ain't because he's old, but it's because he's old because that's the time he lived in. Which brings me to another funny point. You know how people try to say that all the races was in the South because we had slavery. Now, you remember Joe Biden said he wished Delaware would have went with the South. But yeah, they talk bad about the South, saying that it was racist. The slavery was down here trying to secede from the Union because of slavery. Wasn't none of that in the North, wasn't none of that in the West. But it's fun. It's kind of ironic that when you hear a lot of these stories recently dealing with racism, a lot of them ain't in the South. Like people tell you, like I think, say Joe Biden was born in Philadelphia. They tell you Philadelphia is probably one of the most racist places in the country, which I can't understand why they say that, because every time they talk about racism, no matter what city you talk about, they go, that's probably the most racist place in the country. Man, whatever. That means the whole damn country's racist. Boston up north. You hear that, them folks in Boston were just racist. Coach Prime in Colorado, how the whole country going against Oregon, and that coach, I don't know how you can say how you want to, but his stuff is, the comments he made against Coach Prime were deep rooted in racism. Okay, you can say how you want to, but it is. You just don't realize it because it's so commonplace for some people. So this man, bottom line, was just born in a time, day and age when, you know, racism was a thing, degrading, black people just was a thing. Which is another question I have. Where are all the racist white people at? Because every time I talk to an older person, older white person, and I live in the South, small town, small town folk, all they say is we wasn't raised like that. We were raised that everybody was equal and you treat everybody the same, and all brothers and sisters, we all children of God. Like talked to one woman who mentioned that, but yet in the same breath saying, her father owned a hamburger stand where the blacks had to go around back to get their food. But yet she wasn't part of that and didn't like that. Okay, it is what it is, but hey. And every time, like I said, time I talk to an old person, they don't know nothing about racism. Everybody else was racist. I'm like, my God, I must be missing something. But anyway, back to old Joe Biden. Yeah. That's why he called him that. It ain't got nothing to do with his mental health. I mean, he might be going, when you do get old, you do tell the truth. I've seen stories where, well, actually, I've been in the hospital where I had, patients, old woman, telling me about affairs that she had when she was younger with a black man. Just spewing out stuff. But her mind is kind of gone, but you can tell what she's saying is sincere. So, yeah, that might be what it is. He's just getting old and his true nature just coming out. Like I said, the older you get, what I'm saying, old people tell the truth. They say what's on their mind. But so I wouldn't sit here, but like I said, I'm just tripping on how these these followers are just so quick to defend him or be concerned with this man when, man, this dude should have never been your president. I said, but for, let's see what else. But for some, referring to LL Cool J as a boy seemed much more like a nefarious Freud and slip. Some of the comments suggest that the commander-in-chief had a racist past that was seeped into his public persona. It's not a past. It's the present. How he does us now, how he said that the black community was the backbone of the Democratic Party that helped him get into the office, and he'll have the black people back, but no reparations, no crime, no anti-hate crime bill, no George Floyd bill, no nothing that our people has asked for. Ice Cube and his plan for Black America ain't addressing none of that. Matter of fact, told us that we were going to have to, fall in line with the Hispanics if we want to do something in this country. Like, what? But I mean, hey, like I say, he is what he is. Let's say what this say. Biden has definitely used the hard ER before. For a split second, I thought he was going to call LL Cool J or you know what. Boy, just rolled off his tongue like an old Dixiecrat. There we go. This is what we doing. This is what we doing, black folks. First, he questioned your blackness. Now he's calling black men boys. That's just him. I mean, period. There's no two ways about it. You can't deny the facts, but you're still going to have people who are going to try to defend him. And this is why so many brothers are going away from the Democratic Party and going to the Republican Party or just anybody but Democrats, because we see what they are and we're just tired of it. But y'all keep on kicking it with old Jim Crow Joe, and hey, more power to you. But anyway, tell me what you think about this story. Leave your comments below and then share it with the world. And with that being said, I'll leave you in peace. And I'll see you on the other side.